instantly, guys, instantly. It's sounding so fucking good, even without hearing background track. What is up, guys? Welcome to the tutorial. As you can hear from the intro, today we are creating the best arps in the whole YouTube for Vital. I'm going to show guys all the cool details of creating some really crazy interesting arps. All of the sounds in the preview were from my priest pack for Vital, which is called Alchemy. In case you want to skip the sound design part and get some really crazy preset to use straight in your tracks, check out the priest pack in the website. But without further ado, let's begin with the tutorial. Now I'm going to take out the drums and the bass, and we are left with the melody for our arp. I'm using this sort of pattern for the arp, so we have this D octave and some harmonies going above it. Now, when creating arps, you have to be kind of careful with the BPM of your track and the pacing of your melody. Our today's example will be in 128 BPM, and if we tune to the envelope 1, we can see that our notes are approximately 0.9 milliseconds or maybe 1 millisecond long. Knowing our BPM and our note length enables us to create these really sharp and strict patterns where each one of your notes is well defined and the sounds are not overlapping too much, unless that's what you want. I'm going to start with this envelope. For today's sound, I'm going to apply a few voices. Sounding really cool. I'm going to take the phase and note randomization off. Then I'm going to pull down the envelope. Once again, pay attention to your note lengths. I'm going to apply macro. And then we are going to route our filter 1 resonance to the envelope. And I'm going to also route it to macro. That's really basic idea behind the arps. You could maybe do them without filter in case you'd like to, or you could have sharper filter with different filter shape. But we are going to go a little bit further with this one. I'm going to apply the second oscillator. Let's pull it down 1 octave, and for this one I'm going to apply our envelope 2. And we are going to route this to filter 1. Let's do similar phase randomization to the first one. That's really cool. I'm going to apply a little bit chorus. Now we are creating a little bit more width and detune with this one. Let's apply a little bit of compression for this one. I'm not going to apply too much compression. We are going to use just the high band for this one. You can hear how it beefens up the sound, maybe create macro for the mix so you can adjust it later to your taste. Let's swap these around. Now you could add a little bit of distortion, since we do not have too much detune or multiple notes playing at the same time. Distortion works really well for this sound. Play with the order. That's really cool. Now let's apply delay. This is what really brings the arp alive. You could maybe use ping pong. Let's add EQ. Now stay tuned until the end. After reverb, I'm going to show you guys something that really clears up your mixes. Size of the reverb and timing plays huge role in the type of atmosphere you're going to get. I'm going to just reorganize the... Now this is really cool trick for arps. I'm going to pick the high band of our EQ, apply gain envelope. Then I'm going to pull down the resonance so we do not have this steep curve. And for this sound I'm going to go somewhere around 3K, and this way we are able to create a little bit more attack in our sound. Now for the really cool mixing tip, I'm going to apply the envelope for our delay mix and for our reverb mix, so that every time when new note plays, it's going to cut out our reverb and our delay. That way all of our initial arp hits are going to be clear, but when those subside, the reverb and delays will take over. This is especially good trick for a little bit slower arps, where you have more space between the notes. Let's hear. If you'd like, you can also put the phases back and apply the phase randomization. Maybe apply a little bit of white noise. Maybe apply a little bit more saw waves. Let's change this to basic shapes, and I'm going to change this for the basic shapes just for the sake of it, like this. I'm going to pull this down, apply envelope to it. And guys, if you use different envelopes or different LFOs, you can create even more depth to your sounds, but here I'm going to keep it short for you guys so that you get most bang for your watch time. That's really cool. Let's apply our bass and our drums and listen to this one. And instantly, guys, instantly, it's sounding so fucking good, even without hearing background track. Once you learn the basics of arps, pay attention to timing and the sounds, you don't even have to listen to your tracks, guys. You can just pick the arp and apply it to your track and voila.